What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to talk about the problem with the ApeCoin launch and what I see as something that they could have fixed in the beginning. And I don't think ApeCoin is going to be something that completely gets destroyed or completely, blows up. There's always a possibility for either to happen. But with the amount of exchanges that are out there, I don't think we're going to see anything crazy happen to where it falls off the face of the earth. But there always is that chance for it to blow up still, right? So I wanted to talk about the problem with the ApeCoin launch, and in my opinion, I mean, other people may see other things that were a problem, but I definitely look at this as the largest problem that could have been fixed with just a simple coding or contract adjustment or something like that. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to get a free $25 in crypto.com coin or Cronos coin, then go ahead and check out that link down below. Sign up for the Ruby card, and we can both get a free $25. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. I have updates on Ape, CRO, Shiba Inu, all types of things related to crypto. But let's go ahead and dive into this because ApeCoin has been huge for the past, what, 2 weeks now? Maybe a week and a half, something like that. I don't really know. Time is flying by. I don't even know what day it is anymore. But we see ApeCoin has made large moves. In the first day of launch, you saw it with $9 billion worth of volume, $9 to $10 billion worth of volume, and then that volume was cut in half to about 5 billion. You still saw $5 billion worth of volume on the second day. Then it was 2.5, and now we're sitting around, I think, 1 to $1.5 billion worth of volume. We'll confirm that when we go into Coin Market Cap, but when this was launched, it was launched everywhere, right? You saw that people can buy it on Coinbase, they can buy it on FTX, they can buy it, basically everywhere that you could possibly buy. And we'll look at that as well when we look into the markets. But this was something that was a kind of a phenomenon. It was just something ridiculous that nobody ever saw coming. Like nobody ever saw that they were going to, launch on all of these things. I mean, it started hitting Twitter and people started realizing it, but it was huge. Now, if you didn't know, the price dropped quite a bit and it fell from what people say was a level of $50 all the way down to a level of about $5 or $6 or so, and then increased to a level of $17 again as people started to buy it. But why did it drop so fast? Why did it drop from $50 or $20 all the way down to that $6 mark or $5 mark? And there's one key thing that I can think of is because they gave out tokens right from the start. To people that were holding the NFTs, they gave out tokens right from the start. And that was the main problem, the main issue. So if we go into some of this detail, you're going to see basically people that were part of these clubs, these yacht clubs, right? And had bored apes or mutant apes. You can get 2,000 tokens, you can get 10,000 tokens, right? You can get 10,950 tokens or 2,898 tokens, right? They're giving out these tokens for the NFTs that you're holding. Well, when you give out those tokens, people are still holding the NFTs, which hold a lot of value, but then they're also having these free tokens that they now can do with whatever they want, right? Some people may hold on, but a lot of them are basically going to say, this is free money. I'm going to take this and buy whatever I want to buy with it. Because people that bought into these NFTs are some people that bought in at $200 and they're now worth like $300,000. So it's not like they spent a crazy amount of money. Some people have spent a crazy amount of money on it, but there's a bunch of people that bought in at the beginning and just was able to get these NFTs and pay a small amount to end up pocketing, 10,000 coins here. And those 10,000 coins could be worth a crazy amount of money, like 300,000, 400,000, whatever, however much money, depending on when you can actually sell. So when we were looking at the position on coin market cap, you can see that currently it's at $12.81. And you could see all of the markets that it's available on where people can buy it. That's great where people can buy it. It's fantastic. However, there's not a lot of volume that went through, these positions or these places, right? sell volume, yes, you can see a lot of that volume that goes through there. Some buy volume, you can see that as well, but there's not a lot of volume of the position in each individual place. So if you go into their ether scan, you're going to see on like the fifth page, that's where you start getting all of the exchanges that hold the most volume in it. And why is that? Because they wanted to launch on so many exchanges, they had to pay money to get there. They had to pay some of their ApeCoin in order to get there, and just a bunch of things here and there in order to get listed on all of these platforms right away. So again, when you look at this data here, when you look at where it is, and it started out at 20, which some people say it started out at a level that was higher than that, and dropped all the way down to this low level here of about $6 or $5, and seeing that jump up to a level of $17, this drop right here was all because, in my opinion, the NFTs and the coins that were given to people. Now, there should have been something that happened, some sort of coding that took place, because I read into an article where somebody actually took advantage of, five Bored Apes and ended up pocketing 1.1 million, which is, I don't think is their fault. I don't think it's stealing in any way. If they borrowed the apes and they were able to get these coins, that's phenomenal. So basically, when you look at it, the team allocated 15% of ape coin supply to these holders, and that's around $800 million. And if they're receiving that, these people can decide to sell right away. Now, if there was something in place to where they couldn't make that move, they were gifted these coins. And yes, if they are gifted these coins, no matter if they sell at $1 or they sell it, $20, they're going to be gaining quite a bit out of it just by being gifted those coins. So why allow them an ability to sell all of it right away? That's an issue. And I understand there's a lot of hype behind it, so it did push it back up to the level that people thought it could hold at, 17. Probably it can go even higher than that. But there was a massive problem with that. That's why you saw this large drop, was just because of these NFTs that weren't released. They people were holding them, and you take these 10,000 tokens and people were selling them right away. Right? You have a bunch of people that probably held on to them, but you have a lot of people that were selling them right away, and just to be able to profit and pocket some of that money. And the funny thing is, they can sell right away. It gets down to the low point, and those people probably bought back in. So they sold their 10,000 tokens right from the start. That's something that I would look into doing. You sell your 10,000 tokens right from the start. It goes from 20 all the way down to 6. Well, now you can decide to buy back in with that money that you gain. So if you sell up here and you sell 1,000 tokens of the 10,000 tokens that you have, you're going to be gaining about $20,000 from that. So you just multiply that by 10, it's $200,000. So you can take that $200,000 and put it in at the bottom, and now you have so many more coins. Or you can just take $100,000 and put it in at the bottom. And that's why you saw this really skyrocket and people hold back into the position. Some people held it, which I think wasn't the smartest thing to do. And some people decided to sell and decided to probably buy back in at the low. And that, in my opinion, is the smartest thing to do. But that's the problem with the ApeCoin launch. It could have been so much better, so much smoother if they wouldn't have allowed them to make that move right from the start. If anything's gifted to anybody, that's basically the equivalent of, let's say, a creator or a dev giving out coins to a bunch of different creators on like YouTube or Twitter, and then as soon as the coin launched, those creators decide to sell the position, right? That's the equivalent of that. Now it's only 15%, which 15% is still high. And a lot of people did hold on to it, and that's why you see it didn't collapse down to 1. But that was the problem. That could have been the death of this coin right from the start. If all 15% decided to sell, people would have labeled this as a clear pump and dump. Pump idea, give out the coins, and then those same people that hold the NFTs and hold these coins before everybody else does is now going to sell the position. So a bunch of people made money, I know, from the level of 6 all the way up to 17. And I think when we look at the idea behind it, it was great, but they should have added some sort of incentive for holding the position, or penalty for selling the position in some way right away, because it just doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, let me know what you think about this. Do you believe that that's the reason why we saw that large drop? Do you believe that a lot of those people in the beginning decided to sell some of those and, gain quite a bit out of it in the amount of coins, as well as money on the side? But let me know. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel, as well as if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K on Twitter. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one.